and jump into the weekly live stream. Alright, let me bring it up on all the platforms. So I got it all here. Hello everybody, welcome. Another action-packed live stream. Your favorite peoples at one of your favorite developers, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Hope we're all having a fantastic night, or morning. Whatever time zone you're in, I hope that it is currently serene and peaceful. Another action-packed life. Nope. Okay, fantastic. I've got you. No, stop. Keeps doing that. Why does it keep doing that? One of your favorite. Stop! Okay. I think we finally got that working. That's 1, 2. Just getting this set up on every single platform. Okay, so you're there, you're there, you're there, and you are there. Alrighty, fantastic. So, we're going to jump into some versus battles. There's not too many people online at the moment, but there is a couple, so we should hopefully grab some games. And if we have to wait too long in the queue, then we'll just jump into some AI games. You know, I'm going to quickly post this to Discord because I forgot to do that. Okay. Alright, so first off I want to do a little bit of theory crafting because while a lot of these heroes and the combinations that I use specifically are things that I've you know, worked on and crafted myself, or you know, with one or two instances being things that I was just thrashed by other people, I feel like there is room for improvement here, and I want to potentially take the time to you know, work that out and try and figure out what needs to be improved. So hopefully you guys will join me in that journey to do just that. So hero skills. First off, we want to start off by looking at a hero and its specific game plan that we want to build things around. I haven't actually looked at Viscea much, so let's check this. Create a copy of a unit. That's its ultimate spell. Only 4. That's good. Give all enemy units -1, -1. And give all allied units resist. Okay, that could be pretty strong. So with this on the board and a copy of something else, we could end up having some pretty powerful things on the board. And because they have resist, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually get dealt with, while also having the ability to wipe their board or nullify it down. Now the only big question is how do we get there? we've got this good plan, but you know, getting to 6 energy and you know, being in a favorable position when you get there, it's gonna take a little bit of work. So what I'm thinking is Viscea can be our 2nd or 3rd hero. And because he does have the demonic reflection, he's going to be able to copy something. So what I'm thinking is, if we take in Luca, well, it's either going to be Luca or we grab, I've forgotten his name, Thrakos. Because those two are very good at buffing. Luca has 2 different buffing abilities, one being her hero power that she always has access to, and she also has the upgrade. So she has a whole lot of ways to buff her units and such. But on the other hand, we have what is currently one of the most broken abilities in the game, currently sitting with Thrakos, which is just a simple Rune Ward. 3 cost, give a unit +4/+4. That's a lot. And for it to be on a single card means you only need 1 copy of it to really change the tide of war, whereas to get the same effect you need 2 hero powers and 1 card draw for the exact same thing. This does have the preface of it needs to be in the defense zone, but you can move something to the defense zone for 1 turn and buff it up. Not usually a big problem there. I think we'll go with Thrakos. He seems to be one of my favorites at this stage. So we'll have him as our secondary, and Vasir will be our main man. Who's going to be our... no, he's going to be our third man, sorry. Who's going to be our primary character? So you want someone that can help facilitate the end game rush and get us to a stage where we're relatively happy with everything. One thing that we don't have access to at the moment is flyers. So I'm looking through, and Jin of Despair and Demon of Eternal Night, very expensive flyers. We're not going to be able to get those early game. We don't necessarily need flyers if we have access to reach or things that, you know, can take down flyers, so Yuanchi becomes a possibility. But Lilariah does have flying on some of their characters. A flying angel token in the defense zone. Give this flying when it attacks. Both solid choices. I don't know. Let's try it with Lilariah. Let's try it with Lil and see how we go with that. Alternatively, we do have Agent Coil with the Cheryl clone that has flying, and Champion's Companion, but Champion's Companion is a huge card. We don't want to pick a deck that has too many big hitters in it to be a part of what we've got going on here, and thankfully Lilariah has relatively low costs, the biggest being a 6 cost as compared to the other one being a 7. So yeah, we're going to jump into that, I think. So primary was going to be Lilariah, secondary Thrakos, and we'll grab the third one of Vasir. Alright, hopefully we actually find some games today. We are live streaming on multiple platforms at the moment. If you are here, feel free to say hello. If you see me here, and you say hello and I don't respond, then we have a bit of a problem. And if we do have a problem, feel free to scream and shout, let it all out, and report to your local municipality to hopefully get that fixed as soon as possible. I'll be completely honest, I don't actually remember what municipality means. Ooh! We are up against Hannah Too Cool. Fantastic. Okay. So we have got a 1-cost person to play, and we can throw away Consecrating Angel. This is actually a pretty solid starting hand. I'm okay with this. So yeah, go ahead and lock that one in. I totally forgot to check the rune, but that rune that we have at the moment is actually really handy. Okay, okay, we got our first rune ward successfully. We don't need that. Farewell, Two-Face. Use this ability. Let's try and get a flying guy out. Oh, the visual effects just look so pretty now. Right, smack him for 1 free damage. Okay, he buffs his people too. Everyone's just going to be buff as heck now. Thrakos. Okay. Alright, we'll go back to Lila. Give all friendly units +1/+1 this turn. What do you do? So can't damage heroes. So I don't need to defend because it's not going to attack. So what I'm thinking, whenever you gain life, let's throw that to support. Oh, I thought that I'd charge. My bad. All right, no, let's not do that. Let's leave you there. Grounded Angel and Guns of Goliath. What's my hero power do? Give unit flying this turn. Ooh, that's good. Okay, Guns of Goliath means that my guy here is going to get flying after running into this. Now he has to deal with something that has 4 attack and flying. And as if that's not the worst of it. Let's go Vizier now, try and get some demons out here. Oh my god, the artwork is also red. It's so beautiful. 7 cost, we definitely don't want to use you this turn. That's such a good effect, though. The only problem I have with this effect is that it's an arrival effect, and if it's happening on turn 7, then odds are they're going to be cycling most of their cards anyway. So if they do keep something in hand in pocket, it does punish them for it, but it's not as effective as it could be. Give a combat unit end. Give it -1, -1. What's the hero power do? Combat unit -1. Oh, whoop! Apparently the turn went. Okay, that's fine. What a shame. Okay, we still got our flyer guy. No needs to worry just yet. Welcome, welcome, Aesop. Hope you have a fantastic evening today. Let's go another one of these. I'm going to throw a Rune Ward down. Just because it's a fantastic little ability. I'm going to predict that he's going to move that out of the zone because he doesn't want to have it there. Actually, you know what? Undo, undo. Give this immunity to kill effects, then Rune Ward it, and then Demonic Corruption down into this. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with that so far. Asatoth could do some damage to its things. Okay, protected. Buffed it. I don't think that's going to work at all. Or do anything, in fact. That's okay. Oh boy. See, Rune Ward just trades fantastically. Okay, we're going to double down onto Thrakos until we get enough Rune Wards. We've got a bunch of tigers. You know what? Sure. Sure, why not? Let's... Hold on. Flying... No, I'm not a huge fan of that. Just play out our tigers, I guess. Why not? Pretty sure I've seen this show on Netflix before. This has lifelink. Could we potentially just squeeze out an extra 5 damage? That's got flying. Oh, that's gonna kill that. Alright. Oh, yeah, if he used Call the Crusade into Iberian's Apprentice there, that would have been like 12 damage he would have got for free, basically. And I just would have had nothing against it. Okay. Let's go Vizier this time around. Now we got some boys to defend with everything. Here we go. The Seeping Fog begins. Okay, fair. Just gonna buff his guys. I've got plenty of tigers. He needs to defend. Or she, I assume Hannah is a she. I don't know. They, sorry, need to defend. Ooh, the debuffs start rolling in. Wait, hold up. Did that kill something? I think that resolved and killed something, but it wasn't... Oh, doesn't matter. I'll take it. Thrakos... No, not what we wanted, but it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna throw this to the defense zone. Ultimate unit, I'm very happy just leaving there at the moment. One of this unit kills combat. Yeah, throw that down. This has charge. Sure, throw that down. Give a unit. I don't have energy for it. That's okay. Okay. 20 health to 4. And we're just debuffing everything. I think we just swing for game. See how we go. I think we just do it. Let's go. Lil has some charge people, I think. No, she doesn't. That's okay. 5'10", 5'5", 5'6". Only has 2 slots in the defense with 4 health. What's this do? Your life can't go below 1 this turn. No, don't need to worry about that. Giving it flying this turn. Oh my god, flying tigers. Perfect. Okay, cool. My hero icon is spazzing out just a little bit. It doesn't know what it is. It just totally changed. Huh. Wait, hold on. What happened there? Okay, I didn't pay attention to that. How did... Oh, he played an ultimate unit. Hold up. What does this guy do? Oh, we got him down to -1 anyway, so that's the game. Well played. Thank you so much for the game, Hannah. I'm a little bit confused as to how that happened, to be completely frank. Okay, so far, the new trio seems to be working well. I like the idea of having access to flyers with Lil, but the game plan did kind of almost fall apart, and if it wasn't for a lucky pull from Thrakos early on, we probably could have lost a lot of momentum. I'm going to try it out with someone else. Who's good with defense? Maybe Yuanchi? Yeah, let's try it with Yuanchi. Hold on. Before we do that, let's check his hero abilities to see what we're working with. Pacifying Winds, Phalanx Commander. Eagle-Eye has reach, so we're very good at dealing with their flyers. They're not going to screw us over yet. Vigilance, good for early defense. My Own Disciple, I'm still iffy about how well they work. Warden of the Wall is pretty good, but also kind of costly, so we can't really rely on that too much. Okay. Prevent all damage dealt to a unit this turn. Oh my word. Yo, that's actually mad good. You put that on a thing with reach? Ooh. Welcome, welcome, Reese, to the weekly live stream. I can see part of your comment, but it's cut off because I didn't set up the stream correctly. There we go, that's better. Is this a new mobile Infinity Wars? Haven't heard much about it or any IWs for a few years. Yeah, we have been a little bit dormant, I guess you could say. Been keeping our heads down, thumbs up. Also, welcome to Edward. Lapushik. I probably butchered that name, but I did my best, so please forgive me. Yeah, we've kept our heads down, thumbs up, and just been working away at a game that we can all be proud of. And yeah, we're finally starting to show it off because it's pretty damn fun. I know bias. I help work on the game. They pay me. They don't pay me to say it's fun though. They pay me to answer emails. And after hours of answering emails, I want to play a fun game. This is the type of game I play. Let's look at the other runes that we could potentially use here, because at the moment I'm thinking this might be best. Hardened Will, very good at buffing, and our whole thing is just doubling down on a specific thing that we see. This opens up some potential. I think the others don't really have much to us. We got endgame gauntlets that are very good for turn 1, but we don't have any big turn 1 plays that we want to reliably pull off every time. Toma health, +5 health. It's a great default, but we can do better than that. Flames of Fate is really good at damaging out heroes, but our strategy isn't really to defend out and put them on a time clock or anything like that. We want to get a specific unit and buff the heck out of it. That's the idea. And if someone else does pull Flames of Fate on us, we do have some natural innate healing through Thrakos, so we can divert around that sort of stuff. So hopefully this new setup goes pretty well. Let's see if we find ourselves a game. Also, just as a note, the game is still in its closed beta stage. The game will be free to play on its full release, but that's probably some time away. So if you want to jump into the game, you can grab it on Steam Early Access at the moment. You get a bunch of goodies for picking it up. HELLRIDER, level 5. Okay, so this person actually played a little bit more than the previous opponent we had. Oh? Oi, okay. I just... it's alright, I didn't want to take... I didn't want to have a first turn anyway, thanks game. Not really sure how that happened, but alright. Let's we'll just forget that happened. Fantastic. I've been confused as to why you guys have been working on a whole new game instead of the OG though. Yeah, that's a very common question that we get these days. I've almost memorized the response off by heart. But, you know, the essential, what it boils down to is the original dev team on Infinity Wars had their own way of doing things. And that way of doing things involved not telling others how they do those things. Which is a little bit of a problematic way to run a development studio for long periods of time. And it was sort of one of those problems where nobody realized a mistake was being made until it was way too late. And yet the game, on like a coding level, is just a mess now. It's awful. Like, we've got developers on our current team that have taken a look at it and they've just been like, what is this? And, yeah, essentially we tried to go back through the game, but because there was no documentation and every single card was hard-coded, there was just so many weird systems in place that we just didn't understand, and it just became too difficult to keep going, so, you know, we had to ditch that and find a new way. Give combat unit -1/-1 if it has 2 or more health. That only has 1 health, so we can't use that. Let's just set its attack to 0 this turn, that'll do. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, we eventually figured out that the best way forward was taking an entirely new path instead of working our way through the old one. And, you know, Infinity Heroes was basically us starting off relatively small, with a fun and simple concept being, you know, what if Infinity Wars was simple enough for a mobile device and for casual play? And, yeah, it's worked out really well. Prevent all damage to a unit this turn. These have deadly. That's a problem. I'm going to test something. Let's play this onto him. Is deadly going to override not being able to have damage done? I feel like it will. But let's roll those dice anyway, see what happens. Give you an O+2. He's probably about to die, but that's okay. I also want to throw him away, so yep, no problems there. As a coder, I know the pain of confound through old code. Sometimes it's just easier to start fresh, absolutely. Real shame though, documentation of everything is the norm for industry. It's one of the things I learned in my degree. Yeah, well, the thing is, people thought that they were documenting things well when they weren't. And it wasn't until we had to bring other people on board to the team where we're like, hold on, this documentation, this kind of sucks. What did we do? Okay. Uh-huh. So we've pulled out a Rune Ward, which is always a fantastic way to start a turn. And if we throw a Dragon's Protection down, nothing's going to kill this, but at the same time, he's got flying, he's just going to fly over. He really doesn't care. So yeah, we've went into Infinity Heroes and Infinity Wars 2. If you haven't heard that that's on the way, that's on the way. With, you know, the foundations of a solid code base being one of the things that we focus on during our development times. we've had new people jump onto the project, and they've been able to understand what the project is, which is not something we had the liberty of with Infinity Wars 1, which already tells me we're doing a good job. Okay. He's just going to keep bopping me. Deadly, lifelink, flying. Oh my gosh. And it has a transform effect, so if I don't get rid of it soon, we're going to be in trouble. This guy's usually not very good. I don't really like playing him, but we need something with flying. We also need to throw that there. Let's heal myself for 2, just because that card isn't much use to me anyway. And let's prevent kill effects on him. Okay. Okay. Looks good so far. He's going to fly over me. He's also going to fly over me. Okay. Let's get a Yuanchi, I feel. So, 3, 4. Oh, no. Undo that. First off, give me 0 plus 2. No, that's not very useful to us. Rune Ward onto this. Do 2 walls. It's unit attacked at 0. Coil? And we got 2 6 costs. We can't really play them right now. Ah! So that 6/6 is irremovable. No, it's very much removable. It's just that these guys have flying, so they just fly right over the top of it. They don't even care that it's there. I am but an insect to them. Also, welcome, Bottersman, to the live stream. Hope you're having a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening. Okay. That is the cleanup we were hoping for. All the flying threats that we were dealing with, don't need to worry about them. Let's double down with Thrakos. Okay, lifelink, charge, it's fantastic. Giving it +2/+4. Oh boy! Okay, let's try for something sneaky here. So we've thrown him into the zone, and now we're going to buff him. So we've just thrown a 4/6 guy directly into the assault zone that has lifelink. That's real good. How to avoid damage from the demons and survive the arty shot. So the effect here, give the unit immunity to kill effects this turn. I used it on him, so the deadly effect is technically a kill effect, so it didn't work. I just took 2 damage from fighting that thing. Splitterbot split. That's what it does. The new card art is absolutely gorgeous, but the style is so different from the older art. Indeed it is. And just like that, we've managed to clinch out the game. So I guess running the flames does actually work. I was iffy about it at first, but now that I've seen it work, I'm a little bit, I don't know. I'm more on the fence about it now. Flame of Fate. Deal 1 damage to the enemy hero, end of every turn. So, I don't know, I feel like if I want to focus on my game plan, the idea that we initially had for this one, Hardened Will would definitely be the way to go. But, for raw power and what it actually accomplishes, Flames of Fate is great at just putting your opponent on a timer. And, you know, you can focus on defense, and it's just going to keep chipping away at them. Oh, I actually... Alright, I might just change this to, you know, focus on a strong defense and, you know, eventually beating them out once they overextend. Strong defense, buff my own guys, heal my own guys, and then just threaten the mid to late game aggression because they're already chipped down with Flames of Fate and they can't afford to overextend. You know what, this isn't my original game plan, but I like it. I think we give it a shot. Let's jump into another versus battle, see if we got anyone else online at the moment. If I do end up running into anyone who's following the stream during an actual game, by the way, feel free to shout out. Please don't screen cheat, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do to stop you from screen cheating. I'm seeing some of the new art that's coming through every now and then, and it's real beautiful. We haven't actually had any new art recently. The team has been working specifically on new special effects. And the build you're seeing at the moment, welcome TRAUMACOOKIE, level 2 to the battlefield. Like the new special effects that you're seeing when cards are played and stuff, that's been the team's current focus. Nothing we can do this turn. End the turn. He takes a damage. We didn't play anything when we're at an advantage, ladies and gentlemen. This is card games. No, you're trash. Two-Face. That's a bad card because it turns to a card that they can use after the fact, but we literally don't have anything else to play right now, so I guess we gotta. Now, if they just never kill my Two-Face, then they'll never get it. That's the big brain. Okay. We got a Rune Ward. Alright. Rune Ward is busted. It's turn 3 and we got a dude that's 7-7 on the field. It's 8-8. How did that happen? What? Oh right, it's +4, not +3. Sorry, there's ideas and plans to change it to +3 instead of +4. Set of units attack. Let's just swing out in the offense zone. I'm gonna heal myself, buff myself. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that's everything we can do. The hero portraits are glitching up a bit at the moment. I just can't decide which hero that we want to be. It's a question mark. Okay, we're back to you, aren't you? Back to being a question mark. Fantastic. Let's go Thrakos this time around. You got tigers. Fair enough. Let's throw that to 0. Actually, before we play those, play this one first. Give immunity to kill effects. I don't think Drayson has any kill effects in his deck. I know that he's got damage. I don't think he has kill effects, so we should be good. Is the game free to play yet? And also another question, how do we get into the beta? I might check it out. The game free to play is confusing, but we'll see how we go. I can answer both those questions at the same time. The game is currently in a, like it's behind a bit of a paywall during the closed beta. And you can pick it up yourself on Steam by just checking up Infinity Heroes on Steam. If you're not in the mood to pick it up right away, I heard that there's a Steam Summer Sale going on. Apparently that's important. I don't know, just probably not important, but who knows? Who knows what you'll find when it happens. Okay, give the combat -1 if it has 2 or more health. Nothing he has 2 health. I can't use any of that. I can't use it anywhere. This is a disaster. Alright, what you've potentially bested me this turn. Also, yes, as Edward has pointed out, we do have a weekly key to give away as well. I mean, he's debuffing my stuffs. It's not good. And he's buffing his own. That's actually a pretty solid one too. Okay. Things are not looking good right now, brothers. But we pull a Rune Ward. Okay. Okay, things might be doing well. So we'll Rune Ward this. That'll make it +9. That'll make it a 9/9 unit. Then, with Scramble, move all enemy units to random zones. It's going to completely screw with their offensive lineup. Oh boy. And that's everything we can do this turn. It's not a complicated play, but it's what we got. Let's see how this resolves. Alright. Big buff. Big boy. Uh-oh. What is that doing? I think... Oh, no. They just misplayed. They just misplayed so hard. So this card here, Counting the Days, deals 2 damage to all units, and everything they had was 1 cost. That is not the good play, my dudes. That is not what you want to do. Oh, rip. Poor guy. Let's drop an arrival effect there. Throw this here. And again, nothing I can use that on. And let's throw that away. Yep, cool. Are we about to punch him for 9 damage? No. Ooh. Oh, we got all of his cards. Oh, he is going to have some awful turns coming up. Everything's going to be more expensive. And apparently I'm a zero attack for this turn. That's okay. Thrakos, do we get the rewards? Nope. We get tigers. That's okay. That's just fine. Gain life equal to its attack. Not really what we want. Yeah, play another one of these. Hold on. Undo, undo, undo. Immunity to kill effects. Just for the priority of it. Resolving, and then play the everything else. How did I lose Two-Face? I don't actually know. I think it was... it had its health lowered rather than having damage dealt to it, which triggers it differently. I'm going to write that down. And we also have the live stream to go back and look at for bug reports and stuff, which is always fantastic. Two-Face. Because, yeah, the game is still in a beta at the moment. And while it's come a long way from what it was, there's still some work to go. We're going to heal this by 2. I'm just going to buff our Tiger Boys. A lifelink. We'll throw you behind that. Actually, throw you here. Can we throw you here? Can we throw you here? There we go. I know why that wasn't behaving. It was 4 health. I did look back. Nothing hit by 4. Not sure. We're going to have to review the footage and see what we can find. Oh, I could have played him as well, so I did. I forgot to play my hero power. Dang it. That's okay. We're looking pretty healthy at the moment, so we're not too worried. That thing has flying? Okay. I believe you. Okay, Vasir. Thrakos. He's on 3 health. Okay. Should we just hit him with the 1-2? Okay. Ooh, a 4-8. Okay. So what we're going to do, play Leaner of the Light. Whenever you gain life, deal that much damage to the enemy. Throw in the support zone. Then, kill a unit. You gain life equal to its attack. And kill this guy. That's going to heal me for 4 and damage him for 4. I don't think there's any possible way that he can preemptively take this out with Drayson. Like, there's 1 or 2 cards that could do that. I don't think Drayson has any access to that. He could have a card that does do that in his hand. Let's find out. Resolve the turn. Okay. Take it out. There it is. -1. That's game. Unless he somehow manages to clinch out 15 damage, that's ours. Well played. The key? Yeah, we'll be jumping into the key giveaway soon. I have to start taking down entries for that. Right, that's a good idea. So I'm going to mess around with the main menu. If you want to enter for this week's Steam key giveaway, type in the chat, what should we make our magic word this time around? Let's just have it say key, please. And that'll be what you get to enter to potentially be a part of everything. That kill card. It can kill support line units. Yes. So very little gets through the support zone. However, ultimate units and spells tend to be that. However, at the same time, you only get to play one of them. So, you know, you have to be very careful as to when you decide to use it. It's a bit of a trade-off of power. So how the ultimate units and spells and all that work. Let me just give you a quick run through the game. Every single turn, you pick one hero. The hero that you choose that turn dedicates which cards you draw, which hero power you have access to for that turn, as well as which ultimate unit and spell you have access to. The hero power you can use once per turn, as many times as you want to, as many turns. So I get to use it once this turn, swap heroes, use their hero power once that turn, swap back to the first one, use his hero power once, so on and so forth. The ultimate units, you only get to use one ultimate unit per game. You also only get to use one ultimate spell per game. So if I use Visir's ultimate unit, I do not get to use Thrakos's or Yuanshi's ultimate unit. I will still have access to their ultimate spell, but not their ultimate unit. So you kind of, you know, have to be very careful about when you want to use that. Yes, you could use an ultimate spell to blow something out of the support zone, but it needs to be at the right time. If you do it too early, your opponent has an ultimate unit and you don't. And that might change their line of play. If they know that you don't have access to an ultimate spell, they might play an ultimate unit being like, oh, it's safe now. There's nothing they can do to stop me from having this out. At the same time, if you wait too late, and you keep stalling using that ultimate unit or spell, you might come to a position where you need it, but don't have it. Where you're like, I should have played that 2 turns ago. If only I played that 2 turns ago. That's the direction of the strategy that we're going with this time around. It's a whole lot of fun, relatively easy to digest, because there's only so many things that you can do every single turn. You only have 4 cards in your hand, 2 ultimates and 1 hero power. Does your hand refresh every turn? Even if you still have the same hero? It does. Whatever hero you choose at the start of that turn, you refresh your hand to 4 based on the hero that you choose. We also have card cycling, which means at the end of every single turn, unless something is dictating it, you throw away 1 card from your hand. So even if your hand completely bricks out, you throw away 1 and then draw back up to full. So that means that you would at least draw a minimum of 1 card. And if you play one thing, you've got 1 free space. You throw away 1, you draw 2. End of every turn, you draw to 4 cards. That's the overall idea anyway. So across everything, 1, 2, 3. Okay. We only have 3 people entering for the weekly key giveaway. Odds are relatively high. Last week we had like 4 or 5, I think it was. So you're doing better this week around. Random number generator. Nope. Let's see if I can bring the screen up to be correct. If this doesn't work, I apologize. Let's see how we go. I think we're good. Would you say the learning curve for this is steeper than a regular TCG? I don't know. I feel like it's different. Infinity Wars, like the original Infinity Wars that you probably know of and love, that had a pretty steep learning curve, and the end game to it was so much higher than everything else. This is different in the way that, like, it has a little bit of a bump at the start, and then it gets off relatively easy. and it doesn't quite peak as high as other card games do. Like, there is a relatively lower ceiling than there was in Infinity Wars, but it's still, you know, relatively complex. So we're going to have these 3 people entering with a random number generator between 1 and 3. I'm just rolling it to show that it's working. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so let's see who is going to be the lucky winner of the Steam key this week. We rolled a 3, so that goes to James. Congratulations, my friend. Hit up Jason, I'm the community guy at Lightmare, on Discord, and I will be sending through your key later on tonight. Are you winning, son? Yes, Dad. I hope you're doing well, Tinkerside. Welcome back. So yeah, we do have links to Discord somewhere. I don't know where it went. Okay, first off, I'm going to change the stream back to the default one so you can't see what I do. I'm going to quickly leave a link to the Infinity Heroes Discord. This is just going to be a temporary link, so it's probably going to expire. I'm Jason OCE, community manager at Lightmare Studios. I also do a bunch of other stuff, including teaching, and I think I might be helping with design, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, all the video content that we do. You are Jason. I am Jason. Indeed. Alright, we've got time for, we'll go for one more game. I thought the other skinny guy is Jason. I wish. No. If you're talking about the handsome one that tries very hard to look handsome and is very handsome, that's Agent Coil. He's the CEO and also Agent Coil from the actual game itself. He's the Mr. Bossman here at Lightmare. Fantastic lad. Good friend. Okay, I'm going to try this again. But this time I do want to get rid of Flame of Fate. We're going to use Hardened Will this time around to buff some stuff up. And also I want to get rid of Yuanshi. I want to really double down onto the playing power and the buffing power. So we need to try and find a deck that has things that buff other things up when played. Random unit in your hand. Nope, that's not what we want. Luca has a hero power, but that's not playing units. We don't want to lose board presence by buffing things up. So what else do we have? Candid, nope. Yuanshi. Yeah, it's got that, but that's a late game thing. Deal 1 damage to a unit and buff it up. That just becomes trading for the initial buff that we had. Nope. Nope. Guns of Goliath, but that's for a single turn. Not really what we want. Not a letter today. Play. Yeah, no. Not what we want. Nope. Send out a message. Jimmy Hop in Discord. Is there a mill strategy in Heroes? Not at the moment. With Infinity Heroes, there's no deck size. You just have a certain amount of cards that you have the possibility from drawing for. So there's no mill strategy yet. We are trying to think of fun and interesting ways to bring out alternative win conditions. And so far, one of the only ones that we have is... No, not Yuanshi. Here it is. Zhu Lin. So if you've activated this guy's hero ability 7 or more times, you win the game. It's pretty good. Actually, Zhu Lin might be the right person to go with. Spirit Armor. 0 plus 4. But again, that's a spell. Not really a... Yeah. You mean 7 turns you win? Yes, but you need to use the hero power every single turn. Which basically means that you don't get to swap to other heroes, you don't get to draw from other decks, you don't get access to any other ultimate units and spells. If you want to double down with this strategy, you can absolutely win in 7 turns, but you know, there's a high cost to it that makes it not as easy. Like, good players are still going to pull it off, but most of the time they do it like by turn 9 or 10. Like, they swap out from Zhu Lin to someone else to deal with a big threat on the board, and then they swap back to Zhu Lin next turn. It doesn't need to be consecutively. It's just 7 or more times that game. So yeah, the couple of times I've seen Zhu Lin win via his hero power, it's been because they've pulled out of Zhu Lin and into someone else at a later point, and then gone back into him when the threat's passed. Because he has a whole lot of defense at the moment, but there are some things that get around what he has. Beck has a whole lot of late game power, but not really what we're looking for. Drayson, I love Shrapnel Launcher just in general. Should just continuously clean up their board, but I don't think that's what we want. But at the same time, Flux Energizer gives all friendly units a buff. That's pretty good. And yeah, not gonna use Drayson. Champion Companion. Give a friendly unit. That's good, but not really what we want. Oh, brings life by pulsing. Okay, it's not a unit buff, but this could be a great way to ramp up our energy. Our resources, sorry. Let's throw Kale into the mix and see how we go. Kale, doink. Let's keep Hardened Will. See if we still got players playing it online. Also, is there morale? No, not in Infinity Heroes. We do have work coming across on Infinity Wars 2. Short little plug. And recently we've made some changes to the way that we're actually developing that. And yeah, it looks like we are actually bringing back morale as a relatively strong part of what Infinity Wars 2 is going to be. Alright, we're up against Blackens. Oop. Why is it doing this? I jump into a game and it ends my turn for me. We even had 1-cost things we could have played. I have no idea what that is. It's some form of bug, but that's okay. Hopefully we're a good enough gamer to get around it. Yeah, Thrakos, I guess. 1-cost, 1-cost. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do at the moment. Cool, welcome to the party. Hits me for 0. Good buff, good grief. Let's go early Kale. Oh my god, that is actually good. As a potential card, if we get Thrakos, buff something up, that's good. But at the same time, I feel like Kale is a mid-game selection, and I've chosen that way too early, so essentially wasted time here. Let's throw away one of the hunt downs. Hero power. Throw this here. Throw this here. This should do. Oh no. Is he going to try and kill it? Oh, pacify. That actually works for me. That is beneficial if I don't have to attack with that. Okay, Thrakos, can we get it? Oh, we got it. We got it. We're good. Rune Ward. Throw it down on Tiger Boy. Actually, hold on. Throw Protector of the Dead down. Let it smack my face. And this is going to start buffing. And you gain 1 life. Whenever you gain life, this gains +1/+1. Oh my god. We just accidentally discovered a really neat little ramp synergy. Oh no. Okay. Maybe we should have cared about that initial health. Oh no. So just to quickly run it by for everybody that's new here. Sidon is an 8/8 4 cost. He does reset your max resources back to 0, which means that they are now incredibly behind. But it's also a big boy. A big boy we need to worry about. So let's throw these here. Rune Ward onto you. And life by passing. And life by passing. Reduce the cost of a thing. It's not going to work because we're going to throw that away and completely restock our hand. That's that turn. Okay. Booped it. Drooped it. Snooped it. Shooped it. Okay. Looped it. Okay. Thrakos, can we get some more tigers? We got a tiger. I'm going to throw you here. Fully heal a friendly unit. Okay, actually we got to throw you into the assault zone and heal you. That's much more fun. Uh-oh. Undo, undo, undo. Undo, undo, undo. First off, heal. Second, move. Third, wolf. That. Fifth, move. Sixth, tiger. Okay, we almost didn't make that. That was close. Okay. Demoralize. Hit me hard. No problem. We heal our boy back. 9/8. That panda is an average unit, and you killed an ultimate with it. Yes, I did. Because we buffed it. Also, we did it with Thrakos' card, which is pretty broken at the moment, I would say. We're also running into a problem where we have too many brings life by passings. The limits on the zones mean that you need to be a bit more careful about what you play and when, because you can only play so many things before it just stocks up your entire zone. So we're going to give everything resist to just prevent all of his effects from going off. Why did I put 0-4 into offense? I think I just kind of panicked. I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest. I'm okay with it being in offense now, though, because I kind of want to get rid of it. Oh. Okay. That's a easy 9 damage. Thank you, game. So he just used the hunt down, and unfortunately it targeted a boy that was bigger than him to fight, and when they fought, it lost. It would have been real good for me if it took one of the brings life by passing boys. I think we've won it. They've got nothing on the board. Iberian is an aggressive hero. We're going to play this just because we can. We're going to kill one of our own things just so we can potentially play more stuff. But I honestly don't think that they have a way out of this. I think this might be it. Kill our own thing. Well, not kill. Oh, yeah, kill. And there it is. Good game, fella. Alright, this is a pretty impressive strategy. I wonder if it's going to be as powerful when Rune Ward gets nerfed. Honestly, I don't think it will be as good when Rune Ward gets nerfed. Rune Ward is like the one thing that's handed me most of my wins. Because it's ridiculously powerful. And at the moment, just in the current meta, if you're not playing with Thrakos and edging into Rune Ward where you can, you're at a disadvantage. That's not right. So yeah, we're going to be nerfing that card. I don't know if this is going to be as powerful when that happens, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully I can find some of the Infinity Wars veterans to jump into the game, learn how it works, and take me down a peg. You keep winning. I think I only lost one game today. Or did I lose it all, actually? Dude, today might have been a win streak. I'm okay with this. What is the ability of the 0-4? Let me quickly pull it up for you. Yep, go away. Hero skills. It's a part of Kale's deck, I believe. Brings life by passing. And if this is in a combat zone, +1 max resources next turn. So basically, if it's not in the support zone, you start next turn with 1 extra resource. If it dies, or if it moves to the support zone, you don't get that extra resource. So it has to be in offense or defense to get that trigger. But it's a good way to ramp up your resources just that little bit. It's a 1 cost. That's just a good generic body to put in the defense zone if you're facing aggression. And if it's not dealt with relatively swiftly, it can put you in an energy advantage that your opponent has to then worry about as well. Also, the decision to play Sidern early on was a risky one, and unfortunately I had the right cards to deal with it, so they were behind by 4 resources before I got the Brings Life by Passing boys out. At that point, I was like 6 resources ahead, and I could just play the biggest cards I had, and they had no way to deal with it. So, yeah, bit of a mistake on their part, but you know, overall, good games. Well played, everybody. So that does bring today's live stream close to an end. I think next week we'll be doing it at a different time zone. So if you are just waking up in America, it'll likely be relatively late in the evening next time that we do the live stream. It's aiming for about 11 AM Australian time, which is basically what time it was 13 hours ago. So whatever time it is for you right now, minus 13 hours, and that'll be about the time that we end up doing it. But we're going to be swapping back and forth between both of the times. So if you do want to join more of these streams, we will be doing more of these late night, midnight streams, as I'm calling them, as well. And yeah, if we start kicking some amazing goals as a company, we could potentially end up doing multiple of these every single week, which would be nice. Personally, it's one of my favorite parts of my job to connect with you guys, hear what you want to say, and you know, be a part of the community at large as well, which is fantastic. You guys were so good to Lightmare during the Infinity Wars days. Kind of makes me wish that I was there and a part of it all, but with how it all ended up, part of me is a little bit glad that I wasn't amongst the fire, so to speak. But yeah, being amongst the phoenix as it rises from its ashes and tries to achieve greatness again is a really, really wholesome feeling, and I really appreciate being a part of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. We have links to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch around somewhere. I don't know if I hooked those up correctly. If I haven't, I'll fix those up for next week. So yeah, feel free to stay in contact via all the social media platforms. We also have 2 different Discords, one for Infinity Wars and one for Infinity Heroes. So that way you can stay up to date with the one that you care about the most. Or you could be in both of them if you care about both of them, which is what I find myself doing. And yeah, we'll be seeing you all next week. I've been Jason OCE. You've all been lovely. Have a fantastic day today and stay safe out there. That says live stream starting soon. This is my goodbye screen. I messed it up. Whatever. Bye, everybody.